So I'm Kirtika. I'm working with the Clever project, and the project has like four wings, like into six packages actually. And I'm working with the second package where it deals with the materials that age gracefully. Actually, so I did my PhD from Germany, and after that, I had worked on very different fields. And I was always interested in working and contributing something to the society. And this project, what I'm doing is that it changes the way how people look at things. Instead of throwing away things, but holding them together for a longer time and getting attached to the product not just for the design or something, but by the right choice of the material, because every material ages in a different way. For example, if you take a piece of wood that ages in a different way compared to a piece of plastic. So we promote materials that would degrade and become environmentally friendly, and then that would also last longer, and where people value their materials and their product much more than the previous one. It's just trying to change the ideology of just throwing away things, because these days like people use for mobile phones like 4 or 5 years they throw it off, and they don't not much awareness is there of like what is happening after that. So through this project we are trying to raise the awareness of that and making people aware that where what is all happening there, and then giving importance to every aspect of it. And so we focus on the part where aging gracefully, where if you see like old buildings that are made of stones and castles, they just last for longer, and the older they get it gets more value. So we try to impose that on the product that what we are using. So like day-to-day products, so it just doesn't stop with mobile phones, but we aim for all kind of electronic products like laptops and small kind of kindles, where now you see every home has like so many electronic gadgets in there. It's like kid has its own and mother has its own father, so it's just like accumulation of like a huge electronic gadgets. So through this project we want to express to people or make them aware like what's going on with all that things when you throw it off, or what is happening when how you're using it. The mobile phone companies or whatever, the current trend, everybody is studying about that, but they are doing all those strategies, and they are trying to establish a durable material or a product. But the thing is that they are not designed in such a way that they could be easily degradable or aging gracefully. This part is not that emphasized. So yeah, this is something very unique, I think, of what I'm doing. Yeah, the important thing to me about resource efficiency is that because resources by itself means that they are limited, so the amount that when we start taking out of them and then when we don't give it back, which means that we don't have them anymore. So the thing is that we have to close the loop, and that is also one of the aims of this project, where we try to close the loop by getting it recovered. So I think resource efficiency is very important, and in these days where when new products are coming, and it should be considered in any product that people are designing, or any product that they are designing. It has become a criteria now. Without considering that, you cannot really design anything, because yeah, we are running so much out of resources, and resources are not found everywhere, so they are also limited to a particular places. Like you find for example indium or graphite somewhere in east, rather than in western countries. You don't have so much, so you have to import them, and then so it's every time. But then it's also like digging up ores and everything. So when we don't take care of the resources and don't handle it properly, and then we'll be in trouble very soon. Yeah. The exciting thing about this project is that it doesn't just deal the project in one particular plane, but it just goes on different levels. Like for example, there is one package that deals with the for example designing degradable materials, and another project which deals like with an emotional attachment, or in terms of psychology, dealing like how a person is attached to the product and understanding the the connection with the product. And another is that, and they also have a design aspect, so designing accordingly. And where I work is that combining the design aspects and the material, we design materials that would age gracefully. That's where I do. And there is another part where it studies about the social and social impacts and everything. And so it's not just one thing, but we get to know about the global view, and all the concepts are built in together to define or to give a solution. So it's a holistic approach. So I think that's why I think it's good. Yeah. The project would benefit the entire public, the mass, because this will change the way how we deal with the resources, how we care for the environment, and how we deal with our waste and everything. So it's going to benefit the public, the mass. Yeah. If we succeed in what we are doing, I think we will have much more plans, and the recycling, the way how the products are looked for, and how recycling is, and how the electronic gadgets are, the way how they are looked now will be very different. So yeah, that would be definitely a breakthrough.